Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 2. Today is the day we are gonna do all, well not all, but a lot of our bonding events. And it's a lot, cause I've been talking into the comments with a few of you just to talk a little bit about these and how they work and all of that. And apparently, and I did get somewhat of it in the last episode, uses Sara, Emma and Laura, they have both double bonding events, meaning the total comes to 15. So more than half of the events we cannot watch because we don't have the points for it. Because if they have two bonding events, we need to pay for both of them apparently. So I've been racking my brain a little bit about how do I want to do this, because I do want to see both of them. But if you do all of them both, then you're on 8 bonding events and we have 7 points to spend. So even if we wanted to do that, we just can't. There is no room for it. So what to do then? So I was thinking, what if we do all the doubles as a watch and we do all the others as a pick? That way we should roughly have everything divided, right? And then for uses, for Sara, for Emma and Laura, I'm sure there's gonna be another bonding event session, more free time that we can then watch their bonding events to raise their linkage up a little bit. Because I have already decided I do want to give it to Alyssa, because I want to raise Alyssa to the max as far as possible. She's a love interest, we want to make sure that's cemented into the story as much as we can. And after that, the rest, just get it as high as we can. The easier it will be at the end of the game to get everyone to that magical max number. Whatever it is. It's level 5. Do we get new levels? Level 6 or something? Because we are one stage further ahead. I don't know. We'll have to see. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. So for now, we're going to start off with Emma, Eustace, Sara and Laura. Watch all their events, and as always in between we'll reload the save just so we can get our points back, and until we have 7 left, and then we're gonna watch all of them as the definitive picks for the day. So yeah, let's get straight into it, cause it's gonna take a while. It's so wonderful to be back with Celine again. Now I can focus on how we should act from here on out. Not that will be a particularly easy decision. Yeah, we are glad to have you weighing in on the matter though. Oh, I just remembered. There is something I need to buy from the shop in the village. Oh? I can't tell you what it is, I'm afraid it's a secret. I have no idea what she's talking about, but she sure looks happy about it. Did she order something from the store lady? The one that has very, very weird stuff ordered from other towns? Okay, now I'm getting curious. That's what he wants to spend his bonding points on, just to see what he's getting? Hey, it's a reason. I know Celine's not allowed, but do you mind if I join you with your shopping? If it's okay, I mean. I know the shops here pretty well, so I might be able to help you find whatever it is you're looking for. Really? Oh, that would be lovely. But you've got to stay here, Celine. Rean and I can handle this on our own, so don't even try to follow us. Fine, whatever. All this secrecy is creeping me out anyway. Are they getting a new bow tie for Celine's tail? Because that would be very sweet. Rean and Emma left a slightly sulky Celine behind and took off to the store to buy whatever it was Emma was searching for. Oh, here we go. The color is just right. That's wool, right? I didn't know you could knit. Well, I used to do it quite often back home, actually. I've been working on a scarf for Celine for a while now, as sort of a reunion present. It's almost done too, but I ran out of wool. So I came here to buy some more. Oh, really? In that case, why not finish it in our living room? That way you should be able to work on it without her finding out about the surprise. That sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you, Rean. After showing Emma to the mansion's living room, Rean decided to sit and accompany her as she worked, the both of them enjoying the soothing warmth of the fire. I made some tea, Emma. Wow, that looks great so far. Why, thank you, Rean. I think this deep blue color will really suit her, personally. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see how it will look when it's done. It's nice to see how close the two of you are. Close? Do you really think so? She's certainly important to me, but at the same time she's not exactly pleasant to me most of the time either. Well, she's technically part cat, even if she is a familiar. Well, I don't think she means any harm by it. Don't tell her that I said this, but she was really worried about you the whole time we were separated. I know for a fact that she cares about you, even if she has a tough time putting it into words. Really? Thanks for telling me. We've been together since the day I was born, but I guess I still have a hard time reading her. Once I began training to become a full-fledged witch, she became my familiar. So in a sense, she's like a sister to me. Really? I'm kind of jealous. As far as siblings go, it's like you two can be completely open with one another. But when it comes to Elise, I always find myself holding back from saying what I'm really thinking. You say that, but I'm sure Celine is still keeping plenty of things from me. I can certainly be more open with her than I can with Vida, though at least. If you don't mind me asking, how are the two of you related anyway? You said she was something of a sister to you when you first found out her true identity? Well, she's a sister in the sense that we both trained to become a witch together. I always admired and looked up to her both for her skill in witchcraft and her beautiful voice. Even now, I feel like I never be able to catch up to her in terms of raw talent. I see. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. All you can do is keep trying, really. I suppose. One thing's for certain, you won't be able to catch up with her in a day. You didn't learn how to knit that scarf in a day, right? That took time. Catching up to Vita shouldn't feel any different. All you can do is keep trying to better yourself. When you put it that way, you do have a point. Thank you for the encouragement, Rean. I feel a lot better now. Ah, a very sweet scene. Eventually, Emma finished knitting the scarf and promptly delivered it to Celine. And while she may not have put it into words, it was obvious from her purring that she was very pleased. Your bond with Emma has strengthened. Yee. Sadly, we can't keep it, but I still like it. Is there some point that we will see the scarf? And again, another bonding event. Oh, I'm so glad that Celine ended up liking the scarf after all. Even if she is still too embarrassed to wear it. Oh, I'm not embarrassed. I'm just distraught that you wasted your time and energy making something for me. Make sure you get some rest now, okay? I will. They're so happy together. There's got to be some place where we can unwind together. I think we have a nice open air bath that we can use, In that case, why don't the three of us head out to the footbath? We've got more than enough time and it's a great place to relax. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Inviting a cat to take a bath? Yeah, I'll pass, thanks. Suit yourself, Celine. We'll see you later then. This feels wonderful. Celine was right. About what? Well, she'd mentioned how the hot springs of Emir had the ability to promote mana recovery for those who use them. Perhaps it's due to being a spirit vein nearby, giving them the protection of the spirits. Really? That's interesting. It's a shame Valimar can't jump in here with us then. Well, that is very true. Oh. Glasses are fogging up. Oh, that's adorable. Emma? Your glasses have all fogged up, you know. Oh, oops, I forgot to take them off. You didn't need to get that worked up about it. Although, come to think of it... what is it? You're staring an awful lot. Oh, sorry. It's just something that's been bugging me for a while. Your eyesight isn't really all that bad, is it? You noticed. Well, things get a little bit blurry, but it's not a major issue if I use a little witchcraft to compensate. I thought so. You weren't wearing them for a concert, but your choreography was still dead on. But why wear them if you don't need them? Well, in a sense, they're symbolic of a witch way of life. A witch must carry out their duties while nestled in the shadows of history. Reveal your true nature and you risk straying from the witch's burden and become swayed by basic emotion. Grandmother always said that to me ever since I was a little girl. Ah, that's funny. I'd always pictured your grandmother as this friendly old lady, but it sounds like she's actually pretty strict. She has to be, really. She's both the Hexen clan's elder and a very powerful witch. So she has a responsibility to guide us in all we do. Both Vita and I were scolded by her fairly often during our training. Yeah, I can really see that now. But then one day, Vita broke a taboo and vanished from the village. Grandmother seems to want to find her and punish her for what she did. But as for me, all I want to do is talk with her and find out what made her do such a thing. If I could just learn that. I'm sorry, Emma. What are you apologizing for? But, you know, sometimes I wonder if I'm being too naive when it comes to Vita. Even still, I like to think I've grown at least a little. Maybe it's about time I stopped wearing these glasses too. I couldn't tell you why, but wearing them somehow makes me feel like I'm always keeping secrets from all of you. Not wearing them would suit you, you don't have to stop wearing them. Are we gonna decide right here and now how she will look for the rest of the game? Because saying like not wearing them would suit you seems like a compliment, but on the other side I want to leave the decision to her. And I think you don't have to stop wearing them. I think that conveys it a bit more, like it's your choice. You don't have to stop wearing them if you don't want to, seeing as it's by a way she's been taught by her grandmother. So it could be a memory of her grandmother as well that she's wearing it, not just because she feels like she's keeping secret for us. And that way, if at some point she don't want to wear them, she always can. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one. Rean gently put Emma's glasses back on her. Rean? I don't see why you should force yourself not to wear them if you want to. Besides, we're all used to you wearing them now. Oh, really? Still, whether you choose to wear them or not, and whether you're a witch or not for that matter, you're still the same Emma we'll always love, don't forget that. Thanks, Rean. That's such a sweet thing to say. It really is. It's a really sweet moment between the two of them. After that, they both remained at the footpath and continued whiling away time with pleasant chatter. Your bond with Emma strengthened. Alright. That was so relaxing, and thank you again for encouraging me. I'll be sure to take what you told me to heart, I promise. Emma's been bright red ever since you got back. Typical. Everyone dilly-dallies all over the place while I have to be the adult and figure out what to do next. Well, if you can, that would be great. And that way we don't have to do anything. Alright, that's this place done. Who shall we pick next? Alright. Let's see. I'm still having a hard time trying to decide which ones to pick and which I won't. Because I do want to see Laura as a pick and then maybe do both of them. So if we have Laura 2, then Alyssa 3, then Gaius is 4, then Elliot is 5, So we have 2 left. Then Via Millium, maybe? Yeah, we can do that. So let's do Sara's next. I think that would be a good choice. Let's see. And who knows, maybe I will see an event that I say, you know what, we have to pick this one. You never know. Well, seeing Tovel and Miles are safe, I'm guessing all the braces here in Erebonia are probably okay. Wish I could say the same for our colleagues over at Crossbell though. I can't even get in touch with Wenzel. A friend of yours? Well, we go back ways, yeah. I used to be registered as a bracer here, but eventually he packed up and moved to Crossbell. Anyway, leave worrying about the guild to us. You've got enough on your plates as it is. Just focus on what moves you guys are gonna make next. If you feel like you need a break, I'd be happy to join you though. Maybe I should take her up on that. That we do. That sounds nice actually. Would you mind hanging out for a while? Striking while the iron's hot, I see. Alright, I could use the company. I was actually thinking of heading to the tavern for a drink or two. What do you say to a little change of venue? That's fine with me, but I'll stick with living the dry life. Figured you'd say that. Come on then. Yeah, she will keep on trying to have Rean drink with her, but no siree. No sooner had they arrived at the tavern did Sara ask Gerald for alcohol recommendations. And after she offered to pay, Rean settled on a ginger ale. Ah, this is the good stuff. It's gotten a very mellow taste, but it's sweet and refreshing too. I had no idea you could make something so good out of rice and all of all things. Well, it's kind of alcohol from the east that Master Kafai brought here, I believe. Gerald said it's called Junmai Su. Well, that's Master Kafai, sure knows his stuff. He sounds like a man I'd love to drink the night away with. He's always been a bit of a heavy drinker, so I'm pretty sure he'd take you up on that if you asked. But you might want to cut down on the booze. With things so shaky now, you never know when you'll need to take action. I know. I'm not planning on getting myself plastered when you've got that discussion later on, so don't freak out. I think I've earned a bit of alcoholic relaxation time personally. After all, I went cold turkey while I was in hiding. It was torture. Would you deny your poor instructor some sweet relief? Sure, relief, let's call it that, but what have you been doing all this time anyway? We didn't hear so much as a rumor about you. Oh, I was just lying low, gathering what information I could through connections from my guild years. Information about what was going on elsewhere in the country, the capital in particular, that kind of stuff. In the capital? Did you manage to find anything out? Oh, no more than you did yourself, sad to say. The Noble Alliance is doing a great job of keeping information from leaking out of the city. After that, I decided to sneak into Crozen Province to follow the Alliance's movement from there. And that was when I ended up getting in contact with Eustace. I see. It is pretty impressive you were able to do so much all on your own. Well, working alone and gathering information are two things I had to get used to during my guild years. So it was nothing new for me. If anything, I'm more impressed with everything you've managed to do. I was glad to see everyone here was okay after that Jaeger attack too. Sounded like it was a high-ranking corps. Yeah, the Northern Jaegers under orders from Duke Elberea. Fortunately, there were no fatalities, even if the experience was pretty traumatic for everyone. Dad's woken up now too, so there's been no real long-term damage here. Well, we had the goddess's blessing in that respect. I'm sorry I couldn't be here to help you when you needed most, Rean. You don't need to apologize. You couldn't possibly have known what was gonna happen. Is something wrong? You look distracted all of a sudden. No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about what a relief it is that your dad's okay. He always seemed like a pleasant man, especially for a noble. Handsome too. I don't like where this is going. Oh, relax, I'm just kidding. Anyway, all that aside, you've made it this far. You can make it the rest of the way too. Just keep your eyes on the future, and that starts by deciding what to do next. You're right. We'll all be counting on your Yeah, this stuff is awesome. Can you at least let me finish before you wind up passing out on the floor? Is the next bonding event bringing her back to the hotel, all drunk? I wouldn't be too surprised. After finishing her drink, Rean led an ever so tipsy instructor Sara back to the Phoenix Wings. Your bond with instructor Sara has strengthened. Yeah, a deadly assist. All those drinks got me feeling kinda sleepy. I can afford to doze off during your discussion later. Maybe we should go out and get some air. A little exercise always sobers me up faster for some reason. How about it? Wanna join me? What should I do? Might as well. Alright then, I'm up for it. You are? At the boy Rean. Actually, since we got plenty of morning left to fritter away, I've got an idea. What would you say to a little one-on-one training? Sounds good to me, just maybe don't rough me up too much. Well, let's take this somewhere a bit less populated then, shall we? I think that's a great idea. Together, Rean and Sara headed out into the valley. There, they found a nice, quiet area to hold their impromptu training session. Well, you've definitely gotten stronger while I've been away. Good to see that getting that knight of yours hasn't caused you to start slacking off on your training. I'm still no match for you, though. She's holding back, but only just. I think if I really try, I might just be able to beat her. She clearly wants me to do it, and if that's what she wants, I'll show her just how much I've improved. Ooh, you're all fired up now, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's pick things up where we left off. Right! Wouldn't mind having him get a hit in. Come on, is that all you've got? I hope it isn't, because you're not gonna be able to rescue your sister or the princess if that's the best you can do. You remember when I said you were the center of Class 7? Well, I still feel that way, even now. And I won't rest easy until I know that center's capable of beating me on his own at least once. Ah! Well, he's... I think she hit a nerve. And I think she did that on purpose, just to see what he could do. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you alright, Rean? Yeah, I'm fine, just... I should have known that I was no match for you. Phew. No, that was your victory, not mine. What do you mean? Oh, I knew that last attack of yours was going to be far more powerful than I thought you were capable of. So I was forced to stop holding back in order to block it. That's a victory in my book. Clearly, all the stuff you've been doing has been great for your training. I'd really like to think so. I chalked that one up to luck personally. I wasn't even thinking. It was more like my body acted on its own. I'm going to need a lot more practice before I can pull off feats like that at will. Well, if you understand that, then I need to say no more. But don't worry, I'm sure that if you train enough, you'll be able to do it. Have faith in yourself, yeah? You've got both the potential and the mindset to achieve great things. I'll try. He has to be. We still have 2 games after this, and there's much growing he needs to do, especially if we want to face him off against Mr. Burns. I mean, McBurn. Let's not call him Mr. Burns, because that would be just slightly insulting to him, because he's nothing like that. Would be a funny picture though. Now exhausted, the two of them went back to the village. Oh, I don't even want to think about how badly that last attack could have hurt him. I feel like this war is causing the old me to resurface. Well, if that's a more powerful you, I'll take it. Your bond with Sara has strengthened once more. Yes. Have a little faith in yourself, Rean. You've got the potential and the right mindset to accomplish great things. It's just a matter of putting your mind to it. I'm really looking forward to see how far you'll be able to go. Me too. Alright, so Elliot upstairs we'll keep for an actual pick. I think that would be a nice one to do. Gaius as well. So we have 3 points left. So we could do another double. Oh, there's Eustace. Yes. He's also in the Phoenix Rings. I almost forgot about him. Alright, Eustace is next. Deciding what our class should do has proven more difficult than expected. Still, I left Beret hard so that I could make my own decisions about my life. I'll make this one for myself too. Even if the decision is yours, the burden doesn't have to be. House Elberea's problem concerns every single one of us. There's no reason you need to sort this out all on your own. We've been with you this long, that's not gonna change. Thank you, but I am aware. I bet the break would help him clear his mind and make better decisions. Should I drag him into one? Yes! Hey, want to come look after Arthur with me for a bit? Who in blazes is Arthur? Oh, wait, was that the name of... His dad, Horse. Yes, definitely. Our family horse. I got it in one. Since you're kind of a horse expert, I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out with him for a bit. Why not? I'd like to see him for myself. Lead on. Very sneaky, Rean. Trying to lure him in with something that you know he's excited about. Horses and stuff. Ah, this is a fine horse. It has a strong air of dignity about it, much like the young horses back at the academy. Yeah, he does. He's pretty friendly too, isn't he? He's been here ever since Dad took me in, so he's getting up there in the years. But he's still got that same energy. Dad still takes him out hunting along with Badeau. Ah, I see. I imagine his dignified appearance is such a result of much experience then. He does appear to be in dire need of some exercise, however. His muscles aren't quite as defined as they should be. Wow, I'm amazed that you could tell. You're not in the riding club for nothing. He hasn't had much chance to get out and about since Dad was injured, so that's probably why. Then if we can, I'd like to do something about that. What you say of giving him a good brushing before we take him out? I think he'd like that a lot, actually. After brushing Arthur and giving him all the care and adoration a horse could dream of, Rean and Eustace took him out onto the mountain path. He seems really happy to be out of the village. It's been quite a while since he last had the chance. So it appears. I imagine that he would rather go out hunting with his master, however. Horses are always far more comfortable with their usual rider. My family and the riding club are no exception. Well, that does make sense, but with Dad's injuries, I don't think he'll be fit to go out hunting anytime soon. Speaking of the riding club, do you have any clue what's going on back at Thor's? You were the one who managed to get the bike out of there, so I figured you might know something. Mind you that I was able to do that so through the Noble Alliance. I tried to make use of my position as a member of the House of Elberea as best as I could. Unfortunately, my authority pales in comparison to Father or Rufus's, so I'm afraid that was the most I could do. Well, that's a shame. Still, I appreciate your trying. I really do owe you a lot, even for little things like helping me look after Arthur. I hardly think I deserve your thanks. Being my father's son, some of the responsibility for his disgraceful actions fall on my shoulders as well. I have a duty to do all within my power to atone for that both Baron Swarzer and the Ymir people. I'm sure my brother feels him similarly, even if he appears to be prioritizing his role in the civil war at the moment. Well, like I said back in Berea Heart, there's no reason for you to feel responsible for what happened here. I understand that you're concerned about your father and your brother, but dwelling on the past benefits no one. All we can do is keep moving forward. You do have a point. No burden out there exists that you should have to shoulder alone. Not as long as you're a member of Class 7. As long as we're together, we'll be able to carry the weight of any burden. One would think I'd be used to how our class works by now. And the Imperial nobility should show its spirits through actions over words. Exactly. We both know what we need to do. We swore to one another when we fought that moment you came back to us. Indeed, and I fully intend to do as I promised. Again, another brilliant bonding event. I like it. The two continued walking along the path with Arthur a little longer, and then eventually turned and descended the mountain. Of course, upon their return to Ymir, they gave him a generous helping of food before going back to the Phoenix Wings. Yes. Beautiful. Alright, one more event with uses. Horses are wonderful creatures. After spending some time with yours, I have to admit that I am feeling more optimistic. Despite the fact that I'm still freezing after all that time outside. Perhaps I should head over to the tavern and get a hot cup of tea. That should make planning our next move a lot easier. I wouldn't mind a cup myself. Then let's go. A nice cup would hit the spot right now. Actually, mind if I tag along? I'll help you brainstorm. No objections here. Rean and Eustace then walked to the tavern and both of them ordered their tea as any fine Erebonian gentleman would. Oh, you're here, Rean! Oh, hey Elf. Hey Kiki. Hello. Welcome to our tavern. Ah, thank you for your hospitality. Are you two going off to play somewhere? We're not sure what we want to do though. I wish we could have more snow like the last time you were here. That'd be fun. Oh, please, no. I'm glad to see you're back as your usual cheerful self, Elf. I was horrified when I heard those Jaegers had used you as a hostage, but you don't seem too worse for wear. They did? It was no big deal, and Mr. Baron saved me in the end. Well, he's just trying to act tough. He spent hours crying afterwards. No, I didn't. Anyway, now that we run into you, maybe you could come play with us? I haven't been able to play together in forever. I don't know. We've got a pretty busy afternoon ahead of us. I see no harm in joining them. We can't spare it too long, but we could certainly play for a little while. Yeah, one, he has a soft spot for kids, and second of all, pretty sure he feels a little bit responsible for what Elf went through. Really? Yay. Okay, let's go outside then. What's gotten into him? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's both reasons. Rean and Eustace were then led outside by Elf and Kiki. And after a brief debate on what to play, they decided to go with the classic hide and seek. Everyone ready? Ready? I found you, Kiki. Already? Well, that's boring. Okay, now to find everyone else. Found you, Rean. Wow, I couldn't have picked a place that was less obvious. Well, of course it's going to be easier to find me if both of you are looking for me. I guess that just leaves Eustace. Okay, come on, let's go find him. Huh? What you doing here, Eustace? Nothing, now go away. There he is, I found him. That didn't take too long. You all suck at hide and go seek. Oh, you're playing hide and seek. Oh, that sounds fun. I want to play too. We're gonna have to do another round. After Milliam joined in, they all played hide and seek for a short while longer, with each of them taking turns at being the seeker. Man, children really do have unlimited energy. I'd say a certain classmate of ours has far too much energy even by those standards. Still, I can never quite become used to playing outside. It's been a while since I last played outside like this. I wasn't expecting you to join in either. I know you're always a hit with kids and all, but still. Well, I want to do something to raise their spirits a little. The sooner that boy can forget that awful memory of being taken hostage, the better. See, I told you he felt responsible in some way. So that was what you were trying to do. That's really nice of you, Ulysses. Still, you don't need to worry so much. The children of Ymir are made of sturdier stuff than you think. The thing we can do is make sure they never have to go through anything like that again. Indeed. I, for one, have no intention of allowing my father to do anything so foolish ever again. But I know that I won't be able to stop him alone. I hope that I have all of you standing at my side. That goes without saying. As both nobles and members of Class 7, we have a duty to do whatever we can. Your bond with Ulysses strengthened. We unfortunately spent more time outside than in, but the exercise did a reasonable job of warming me up. Though, after all that recreation, it is time for me to really start thinking. I need to decide how I should best act, both as a member of this class and as a noble of the Empire. That's so true. I do, again, bonding events, I love them because it tells us so more of the characters and it shows us more about the area we're in as well. This is so good. It's like I said, it's always really hard to decide which one to pick and you always feel missing out. That's why I don't like the bonding events. I just wish we could just see all of them without having to pick a single one of them. But I do get the purpose behind it. Yeah, still. Alright. So, we have one more bonding event. Well, I am thinking... I still like... putting in my mind, what will we do next? Who will we do now? Because, like I said, I do want to pick Elliot, but there's also a chance that we could have, like, with V, some extra pointers on that one. Yeah, it's so hard to decide. It really is. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave this episode here, and next time we're gonna continue with all the bonding events we have left. We're gonna spend 2 or 3 more watching the events of others and then pick the 7 we want to keep in our list. And I'm guessing next episode will be a little bit longer than today, so be ready for that. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe next time as we continue our session of amazing bonding events. I will see you then. Bye bye.